Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Entrepreneur TV Middle East. We're giving you the latest exclusives straight from Abu Dhabi Bridge Summit. And with me up next is a very special guest. It's Duncan. He's the head of EMEA at the one and only Canva. And as well as this, he's the co-founder and CEO at Flourish. Welcome.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
No, honestly, we're so happy to have you because Canva is such a huge part of our lives. And when I heard that you're coming over to our booth, I honestly got so excited. Thank you so much for working for such an institution that brought all of us and made us all creatives in our own way. And I think that was extremely important and efficient for our jobs, for our daily lives. So super excited to speak to you. If we can kick off this interview, obviously, I want to hear your journey, how you've ended up at Canva, how you've ended up opening and co-founding your own company, and the entire acquisition and everything that happened after that.
Sure. So my background was as a journalist and author originally and a publisher. And I spent a lot of time telling stories with data. And increasingly...
Was that fun?
Well, it was fun, but originally it was very text heavy. Then it was more graphical. And over time it became more and more visual and more interactive.
Okay.
And I ended up as a data journalist at The Guardian and telling stories that we found just resonated better and engaged the audience better when they were visual. So out of that came Flourish, which was it still is a data visualization platform.
Okay.
That's very widely used for data storytelling. Used by many of the world's big newsrooms as well as many other companies. But our vision there was to kind of bring that journalistic data storytelling to everyone. And in that context, we were eventually acquired by Canva about 4 or 5 years ago. And what we'd been trying to do for data storytelling, Canva obviously been doing for the whole of visual communication and design.
No way.
Yeah.
Who approached who? How did that work?
Canva approached us.
No way.
Yeah.
You must have been so proud.
Well, it was a great acquisition because we found that there was a really neat product fit. Like we were doing this specialist part of visual communication, Canva were doing the broader platform, but also there was a very clear values alignment and a very clear sort of mission alignment as well.
Of course. And how is it now being the head of EMEA at Canva?
It's great. I mean, when Flourish was acquired, I mean, just to give a bit of context, so Canva is the world's biggest design platform. It's used by about 260 million people every single month. So it's very widely adopted.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them, which is great to hear. But previously it was a little bit more centrally managed. It was HQ'd, it was mostly around the HQ in Sydney. And over the years, we've become more and more global. And so when we came in, we were really establishing the European presence. We've got about 500 people now in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And excitingly, just kicking off our operations in the Middle East as well. We're going to have an office in Dubai, and very excited about unlocking the potential here.
And I can't wait for us to partner more in the future. This is great news. This is absolutely great news. Tell me, what's so exciting about this region? What are you looking forward to, working here and just getting to know the users here in the Middle East?
Well, I think what I found really exciting when advocating to kick this whole project off is that there's 400 million Arabic speakers in the world, but we weren't really doing much in terms of product localization to optimize the product experience for them.
It's going to be an Arabic Canva?
Arabic Canva, not only the editor in Arabic, but also, because that's already there, but also importantly, like really good local content, really good local partnerships. We work really closely with education authorities. We've got 100 million active users every month in schools. So unlocking the power of Canva for all the schools in the Middle East is going to be really exciting. So lots of exciting stuff there. And it's also interesting as a region because, the Gulf states are so different from North Africa.
Yeah.
They have enough in common language-wise that we're going to be sort of treating them as a single stream of work, but very much with different nuances around content and partnerships.
Incredible stuff. What's your favorite tool on Canva? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite tool, I was very closely involved with all the tools that involve data. So things like Canva Sheets, which we launched earlier this year, and things like the charts and visualization features. So
okay, I see.
I guess I have to say those. But I'm also fond of all the AI automation that we've got.
Oh my God, yeah. You guys saved us.
I think we've crossed 22 billion uses of our AI features now. And the way we treat AI is very much as just another tool to empower people to
Of
design
course.
quicker and better.
And something that's so simple yet so complicated to do without Canva as well, which like I appreciate a lot as a background remover. I know it sounds like something super simple, but going to Photoshop and removing a background, I used to watch thousands of YouTube tutorials, how to do it, the layers, etc., etc. It's just so easy in Canva. It does it in an instance, and I feel like I think that would be my favorite tool that I use often. You know,
Totally. And interestingly, actually, that technology was developed in Vienna, so that was another European acquisition.
really.
And we still maintain the best background removal model in the
So
world.
you guys basically use different companies and different people worldwide to create certain.
Well, we
Sections?
never do acquisitions for the sake of it, but where there's something that's a really amazing piece of technology with an amazing team, then sometimes it makes sense if there's also a good values fit to
Right.
to bring two together.
And when you sit down, you know, with all the board of directors and the CEO as well, like, what do you guys plan for the future? I feel like you have everything already. It's so difficult to come up with new ideas.
Well,
Are
I
you
mean,
already on a good plan to?
we
giving us
almost
more?
have the opposite problem that there's so many ideas. And,
Really?
we're 5,000 people. It's a lot of people, but you can't do everything. So a lot of what we do at the leadership level is about planning and trying to work out what the
Okay.
priorities are for the
So
next.
you are the trendsetters then. Because honestly, for us, like now Canva is pitch perfect. There's nothing extra that we need, especially after
Well,
AI was involved.
Wait until you see what we launch next.
Can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I have a couple of founder mindset and growth questions for you since you know you did co-found Flourish and we are entrepreneur. I'm going to ask you some of them. You don't need to answer in too long of an answer. A short one is also fine. What keeps you up at night as a co-founder?
So I found, I mean, I'm a lifelong nocturnal person who's kind of, I almost get all my best work done in the night. So
You're one of those.
I'm one of those. So I guess it's not, I'm very rarely kept awake by worry about stuff, but I'm often kept awake by
Ideas.
well, more specifically, the opportunity to do stuff quietly. I think as a founder, you often end up so surrounded, you're in at everything, you're juggling lots and lots of balls. So if you've got kids as well, even more so.
Oh my God.
And those sort of quieter hours when you can really focus are really valuable.
Wonderful. Do you have kids?
I do, yeah.
They believe they have the coolest dad in the world because he works for Canva.
Well, they certainly like Canva. So
Yeah,
that
they use
helps.
it.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Amazing, amazing. How do you stay motivated when things get tough?
I think that it's all about kind of believing in what you're doing. If what you're doing it partly because you enjoy it and you believe it's worth doing, then it's much easier to ride out the more tiring or challenging
Right.
period.
I have a couple of questions here now. I'm gonna make you pick at random.
Okay.
If that's fine. Pick a couple.
Okay, I'll take this one and this one. Oops.
Go for it. Read all the questions.
Okay, how do you define success as an entrepreneur? So, I mean, ultimately,
Yeah, what's success to you?
did they contribute something useful to the world fundamentally? And I guess the second thing is, did they have a good time doing it? I think entrepreneurialism is often associated with money first and foremost.
Do you think it is?
It's obviously like related. I think often the most interesting companies are very driven by something bigger. I mean, for example, at Canva, the founders, Mel and Cliff, have donated almost all their equity to charitable causes. So not everyone knows this, but Canva is effectively 35% owned by charity. So
Wow.
that's a good example of how, if you're not contributing to the world in some way, then you're not probably
Of course.
being successful.
Beautiful.
What's your personal founder mantra?
You have a quote, a song, a theme.
Okay, so I don't know if I have one, but maybe if I was to improvise one, I would say
You'll have one.
I'm a big believer in optimism.
Okay.
Like I think to found something at all requires an optimistic mindset in terms of, it's possible to do something that wasn't done
Right.
before and it's worth it. And then you need optimism along the way to sort of power you through when it's a slog. And then I think you need to permanently keep reinventing where you're trying to go. It's like, and I think that's inherently a bit optimistic.
Beautiful. And your cup is always half full then, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Amazing. What a pleasure speaking to you, Duncan. I wish you the best of luck. And I really hope that we're going to have many more conversations, especially now that you guys are fully building your head offices here in the Middle East. And to many more interviews, honestly. Thank you for coming.